Good morning. This is Lou from Lou's Antiques and Collectibles. This is another episode of Junking with Lou. Today we are going to the other antique mall we're in, Plaza Antiques in Lincoln Park. So come along for the ride. So to get to Plaza Antiques, we're coming from the Monroe area again. We're going to go north on 75 and we're going to go right to exit 40, which is Dick's Highway. And we get off on exit 40, we're going to go to the north. And it's on the corner of Champaign and Dick's, right when you get off the highway. It's real easy to find. So we're pulling in right now. There's a Salvation Army in here, which is kind of handy to go do a little bit of junking in while you're here. But our main focus, of course, is Plaza Antiques, which is an awesome mall. So here we are. And let's go on inside and see all the good stuff we have in here. Now, we're heading to my booth first. I'm booth number 144. And I'm right down the first aisle. So if you walk in the door and go straight down the aisle, you'll see me there. I'm the second booth on the left. And here's our sign. I have lots of jewelry here because I am the jewelry lady at Plaza Antiques. So we have bracelets, necklaces. There's some nice signs next door to me also. And all kinds of vintage jewelry, some newer jewelry too with lots of rhinestones, but lots and lots of bling. My favorite. Tons of rings. And we're going to go on over to my other showcase. Oh, let's do the rotating thing first. These are my earrings. There's clip earrings and pierced earrings. Lots of vintage and some newer items too. One thing nice about this mall also, it's antiques and collectibles. So there is some newer items, but the majority of it is antiques. So you can see all the earrings I have. Pretty much any color you ever could want. Here's a whole bunch of compacts I have. I love to collect compacts. And we have some silver jewelry here and some turquoise with sterling silver. And there's a vanity set that I've made with repurposed jewelry, some gold, a Hummel and teacups, and a beautiful Fenton piece on the top. And I have some newer purses in there too. I have some beaded purses and some Coach purses and Vera Bradleys, kind of mixed in along with the vintage purses. And here's our orange yellow section. We have lots of home decor, glassware. There's a Fenton basket there. There's a Vera Bradley backpack that I have. Some tin signs also here, some reproduction tin signs. And some small furniture items. There's an old bread box. And lots of knickknacks. Tchotchkes. There's a lady's head vase. And a cute little poodle dog. And a nice piece of Fenton. And we're going to go on to the red-pink section here. But first we're going to take a glance on top. I have a real cute chicken sign and an old tin house and lots of smalls, old thermoses, some wood items. We have some old windows that we've decorated and repurposed that you could hang up on your walls, and we repurposed this mirror here with a nice vintage looking decal on it. Some perfume bottles and lanterns, lots of art glass. And all kinds of little statues. There's a nice old needlepoint bench that I repainted. And here we have the blue section. And some more Fenton. And some collectibles. Lots and lots of different items depending on what your style is for your home. And what types of items you like. These old benches here, they came from Amish country in Walnut Creek, Ohio, and they were made by the folks that lived in the house that we had gone to their garage sale. So those are pretty cool. An old scale, a kitty, and an old tin container. Okay, now we're going to go take a tour of the rest of the mall. So this mall is very good size too. I would say there's for sure over 100 dealers, if not more. And we have lots of records, a huge variety of items, hats. There's some more jewelry and some glassware. And we have some monster figures. Everybody has their specialty in each booth, so all the dealers have lots of different types of items. And some pottery, ceramics, old pictures. There's some old Life magazines. There's a beautiful Asian picture. And furniture, glassware, and lots of cases full of jewelry and smalls and pinback buttons. And lots of advertising, and there's quite a few dealers that have vintage clothing too. There's some more purses there, and a little bit more jewelry, and there's quite a few showcases in the front. Now there's 3 separate rooms in Plaza Antiques, so we were in the main room just getting a sample of what some of the things that they have there. Now we're in the room that is south of the main room. Lots and lots of furniture. There's some contemporary furniture, there's mid-century, antique, classic types of furniture. We have some bedroom sets, and here's a beautiful dining room set that's all set at the table, ready to eat. Some Coca-Cola items, old pictures. They pretty much have everything you could possibly imagine. This mall has a huge variety. This is a nice booth with Indian type artifacts. They have some really neat stuff. Old dolls. And lots of advertising. And here's some nice furniture also. And lots of pictures, of course. There's some beer signs on the wall, and here's an overview of the furniture area. It's like its own furniture store on this side of the mall. It's really quite nice if you need something for your home. There's a whole case of Fenton and a nice old scale. And look at all this beautiful glassware. And some toys. There's a really cute bench. That red bench there is quite nice. Oh, and an old camera. This booth is really unique. They take parts and they make different things with it. Very creative. Very, very unusual, neat items. And lots of china. Oh, and there's an old piano. Metal toys. And lots of smalls. Some jewelry. It looks like some belt buckles in there. An old typewriter. Like I said, this is just a sampling of some of the booths there at Plaza. There's lots more that we're not showing, so make sure you come by and check out all the booths. Here's some really nice advertising, a nice gas pump, and a really nice Harley Davidson clock, an old Pepsi sign. The advertising comes in quite frequently, so it's one of these places, if you like to buy old signs, you have to check quite often, because the person that buys those buys them quite frequently, and it's really unusual ones. And here's some more glassware and a cute little quilt, teacups, and a cute child's piece of furniture to play with, and a nice Michigan sign. And there's tons of Pyrex. There's one dealer that specializes in Pyrex. And this booth is some friends of ours, and they have lots of neat items. Lots of toys and purses. And there even looked like some Beanie Babies back in that case. More records. There's a ton of records in this store. And this is the other section, and this one is north of the main section. There's Gracious Seasons. They have a very nice booth. And eventually, once the COVID calms down, there'll be some furniture painting classes done in this area. This is a booth from the Turn Leg, and she does furniture painting through YouTube, and she does classes every week. So if you want to know how to do it, she carries all the stuff that you would need to do it. She carries project pieces, and she carries a line of paint. And she's been super helpful. She's helped me with some painting projects. And she has a lot of her painted pieces within the booth that she's already done. This is some of the paint that she carries. It's the DIY paint. It works quite well. And she uses this during all of her YouTubes. And there's brushes and pretty much everything you would need. And she does a lot of live sessions where you can ask her questions about what types of paint to use. If you're painting certain types of furniture, lots of colors she has. And she has stencils also that she sells, along with some old windows and screens. And she has some tissues that you could do decoupage with on a piece of furniture. And she's been doing some of that lately, which has been awesome. So she really teaches you how to do those types of projects. And here's some antique items she also has in her booth. There's some old buttons and a tractor. Now we're gonna take a look at all these wonderful advertising signs that are carried in this mall. Lots of trucks, cars, and collectibles, figurines, beautiful glassware, some silver plated objects. This is one of the cases towards the front. Some old jars. There's some Fenton shoes. Like I said, they have it all. This is a wonderful mall to go to. You can spend hours there. It's in Lincoln Park, Michigan. It's right off the highway. Very easy to get to. Here's some more of those Indian artifacts that we saw earlier. And some more furniture. And a beautiful bedroom set. And they're open every day except on Mondays. So you could check out their website and their Facebook to find out the specifics on time. Wonderful mall to be in. Lots of neat trucks, metal toys, and a nice old piano. And a nice old Red Wing newspaper. That was in my booth. And this is another friend of mine who has pretty much the whole back end of the store. Make sure you go back there. There is some wonderful objects back there. She is always hunting for stuff. And she has beautiful things. She buys lots of stuff from me, and sometimes I buy some things from her because we tend to have the same style, I think. So she has beautiful furniture. A lot of it's been painted, some is not. Nice glassware. There's some old Longaberger baskets. Beautiful carnival glass. And even in the green color, the carnival, which is more unusual. There's an old record player. Lots of DVDs. Like I said, there is some new items in some of the booths, but it's mainly antique or older items. Got a Garfield and an Elmo even. And a big frog on the side. There's lots of Pyrex. This booth is actually right across from my booth, and she's also a friend of mine. People here are very friendly, very nice to deal with. Good to the customers. She has lots of cool glassware. And that's our show. This is Plaza Antiques in Lincoln Park, and goodbye. Don't forget to like us and subscribe to our channel, because we are going to be doing more and more traveling scenes pretty soon. So we're heading to Amish country in a few weeks here. That's it. Bye.